G2 is a flight for the history books. The crew on board are on the leading edge of broadening space access and are taking the first steps in hopes that others may find it easier to follow their lead. Now, Keisha and Anna have become astronauts today thanks to Space for Humanity, whose mission is to expand access to space for everyone. And to talk more about their mission and their purpose, we actually have a special guest in the studio, Space for Humanity's Executive Director, Rachel Lyons. Rachel, welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much for having me, Sarisha. It's such an honor to be here.
Oh my gosh, you must just be absolutely pumped. So before we talk about Keisha and Anna, I know we all want to, I wanted to ask, could you tell us about Space for Humanity's mission?
Absolutely, yeah, and I am so excited. The team is so excited. It's such a dream come true to see this happening, to see Keisha and Anna and John going to space. I'm like pinching myself here watching this whole thing come to fruition. And so Space for Humanity, we're a nonprofit organization founded by Dylan Taylor, who's a space investor and founder and CEO. And our mission, as you have been mentioning, is to sponsor people from all over the world to go to space.
Yeah.
When also, as you guys have both been mentioning, when people go to space and they look back down at our planet as this interconnected, fragile, beautiful, finite planet, it changes a person's perspective forever.
Yeah,
as you spoke about so beautifully. Yeah. And so we're really passionate about giving that perspective to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
By sending people who can be representatives for different areas and nations and places that haven't necessarily had exposure to this. And then so they can come back down and be that for the people from their country, the people in their communities.
Yeah, I mean, could you talk a little bit more about that? What impact do you see your citizen astronauts having, or what impact do you hope that they'll have upon return to Earth?
Yeah, so we've sent 2 people to space so far. Of course, we're so grateful for this partnership with Virgin Galactic to send Keisha to space, and then more soon. That no announcements yet, though.
Yeah.
And so in terms of the impact that we hope that they have, I would say that it's different depending on the person. And we can't predict what that is. But what we're looking for is people who are committed to making a difference in their communities, people who have a track record of success, people who have a track record of doing things that make a difference in the world,
Yeah.
People who are natural leaders. And so the hope is that each of them come back down and make a difference in a way that's true for them. And like I said, we can't predict that. It's not prescriptive. And depending on the cares and the passions of the individual, it'll look different.
Absolutely.
And so that's the cool thing about Keisha and Anna going to space and just watching, the people that are impacted and their unique message that Virgin Galactic has done such a beautiful job of capturing. It's just amazing to watch.
Yeah, I mean, actually, speaking of Keisha and Anna, you've seen their journey from when they were selected. You were there.
Yeah.
So maybe you can talk about, being there, Keisha's reaction to her journey, training for spaceflight, being here on site, and then you saw her go to space. What impact have you already seen that journey make?
Yeah, so we were there just about 2 years ago, a little bit less than 2 years ago now. Myself, Richard Branson, some other Virgin Galactic team members, and other people that were part of the campaign. And so I had the honor of going to Keisha's house, and we knocked on her back door and we surprised her. And Richard Branson's face just, greeting her when she opened the door.
That's where we saw the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
That's you saw in person.
Exactly. And so, that was a dream come true, because that was the first time we had ever given someone a ticket to space.
That's incredible.
And so to watch this now 2 years later, and also to watch the impact that she's having on Antigua. I mean, I've been to a handful of space launches at this point, and I don't think I've ever met someone from the Caribbean at one of these space launches. And so now there's reporters, there's people from Keisha's community, there's people who are telling me what their flag means and what it means for them as a nation to have Keisha be going to space, Keisha and Anna.
Yeah.
It's incredible to watch, and she is an inspiration. They are both inspirations for so many different demographics, so many different groups of people, and as I mentioned before, their messages are profound already, and they haven't even seen the Earth from space yet.
Yeah, I mean, they represent such an incredible community. Of course, Antigua, Barbuda, Caribbean, mothers, daughters, college, university students, women. It's the boundaries they're breaking is just absolutely mind-blowing, and they're just the first. There's going to be many more. So exactly. I know you're eager to get back and cheer them on as they come into land, but anything you want to say just to close out and, just tell us about your excitement for Keisha and Anna landing and being there to cheer them on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess all I'll say is I've had the pleasure of spending some time with Keisha. After we surprised her, she and her husband gave me a tour of the island for a day afterwards, and for her, this is like the biggest dream of her life. And she gets to bring her daughter on that too. And so I think that's what I will leave everyone with, is just imagining what it would be like for someone who's dreamed of this forever to get to go and have this experience and be cheered on by her entire community.
It's absolutely incredible. I know you're going to be right there when they get back to give them the biggest hug.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait.
Amazing. So speaking of cheer, let's check back in Antigua with Chewy.